Hachette Audio presents If the Duke Demands, written by Anna Harrington, read by Justine Eyre. Dedicated to Sarah Younger, who convinced me to write about the Carlisle brothers, and to Kayla Haley, whose love for Milton is even greater than mine. A very special thank you to the world's best editor, Michelle Beidelsbach, for her patience and insight. To Jessie Pierce for putting up with all of my odd requests and technical helplessness, and to Professor Robin Jarvis for help in researching 19th century adventurers and their books. Prologue. Mayfair, London, May 1820. Sebastian Carlisle strode up the front steps of Park Place, just as the first pinks of dawn began to lighten the sky. Damnation, he'd been out later than he'd intended. Far later. But his parents disapproved of the women whose company he favoured, so he'd had no choice but to spend time covering his tracks. After all, that talk with father last year, when he'd gotten caught with Lady Bancroft, provided enough of an object lesson to last a lifetime. Good God, he still felt the embarrassment of that evening. He didn't know which was worse, being threatened to a duel by Lord Bancroft, or seeing the disappointment on father's face. So he'd promised to put the reputation of the family and its legacy before all else, including his own pleasures. But he was a Carlisle, for heaven's sake. Did father truly expect him to give up all his wild ways? Certainly he'd reined himself in, and was decidedly more careful now, including staying away from the married ladies of the ton. But he also had a rogue's reputation to uphold, and truly, what good was there in living like a monk? As fine as he felt as he let himself inside the house, with the lavender scent of the actress who'd spent the night entertaining him still lingering on his skin, he knew he'd made the right decision last night. What mother and father didn't know wouldn't hurt them. And he did so love the theatre. Apparently, he considered with a grin as he remembered the woman's eagerness. The theatre also loved him. Careful not to wake the still sleeping household, he strode into the front foyer and froze. His youngest brother, Quinton, sat on the floor at the bottom of the stairs, his elbows resting on his knees and his head hanging in his hands. An icy foreboding slithered down Sebastian's spine. His brother shouldn't have been here. He and Robert should still have been out wreaking havoc on St. James's Street until long past on.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?